in the morning, I'm talking to Mario. If you want to be there, be square, that's okay. I know everyone's busy. And then you got the 7 o'clock meeting on Monday. Anyway, how's that? So not much happening in the last week, just so you know. I haven't really done anything else but the MPI and the gun thing.
Is that 7 p.m, Tracy, not a.m, is it? You're talking to Mario in the morning.
On Monday.
Yeah. Is that 7 p.m?
And at 7? Because I want everyone in there because I want everyone's input on this because it's actually really serious.
Yeah.
Anyway, because I'll tell you what. My hardest thing is cars. It's not my specialty. I don't like dealing with the car registration people. I don't like dealing with police. I can deal with police. I don't like dealing with them directly. I don't like them. Okay? I've had a lot of issues with them, and I can tell you now I don't like them. End of story. And if I have to control myself, that's when I do it. The gun thing on Friday is highly important because of all the other gun issues we have. So, and it was done through MPI, a third party, to do all this. So, yeah, so what we're doing is critical, but it's also, I don't know, interesting, I suppose the word is. Anyone here got there? We only sent it to a few people. Which be a few. Got the go. Only one person here in the room would have got it. Alison, did you get your seaweed?
No. Simon rang me today and I said no, but if you can give me the tracking number, I can try and find out where it is. But he said that he sent some to a guy in Auckland and he got his today.
Yeah, no, people got them yesterday.
Today.
Monday. Yeah, Monday was yesterday.
Yesterday was Wellington anniversary, so there was nothing working today.
Oh, bloody Wellington anniversary.
Yeah. No, so hopefully, I mean, did Michael get the tracking number? Because I texted him.
I know. Michael, did you get the tracking numbers for the bottle, the goo?
No, the guy never gave them to me.
He'll go down and talk to him tomorrow.
Cool.
Okay, so that was that. Nothing really exciting, just so you know.
Oh, can I just add? Sorry, I'll show you that letter Michael sent with this bird stamp. I'll bring it up. This arrived today. This one.
Where are you? Oh, there you are.
With the bird stamp. I'm just letting you know it worked. It came through.
Good.
Yeah, all these ones that Michael sent through.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they arrived today. So I'm just letting you know because on it is the bird stamp. That's all.
Good. Oh, we've got a few of those stamps here, by the way. We want some. Just let Michael know because I have no idea any about them at all.
I got mine. I sent mine to the
Very
UK.
good at being like I know nothing.
You mean this stamp?
We got another one as well.
Yeah. That's the one, Steve. Yep.
I don't know where it is. I know nothing, just so you know. And I think I finally sent the flag. We got an address for one Brian and Dunedin. I didn't know his address, and I couldn't work out if it was Brian. I'm a bit Scotland.
He said he couldn't come on tonight, so he probably would have said something if he did.
Oh, cool. Oh, because I would have cried. I would have done the crocodile tears. I've got the onion, and I'll just cry. So sorry. How's that? I'm crying. Yeah. Anyway, so there you go. Nothing else. Oh, but Brigitte, love her to bits. Go on, tell them what you did.
Are we still live streaming?
No.
Oh, we're not live streaming now? So what I did was I got a letter from the court at my address, and it was addressed to Tracy. And so I got on the server and said, hey, shall I make a phone call to you? And I rang her up and said, I got this letter. I dropped it at our Bulls attorney's office because I gathered that you were working there this week. Just to give the police something to do, thinking, fuck, there's a Bulls attorney's office and they can all like rush off and try and find the Bulls attorney office and try and find Tracy. Because they're listening to my phone. So I thought I'd give them something to do.
Fair enough.
So they're probably all rushing around Bulls looking for Tracy in the attorney's office that isn't there.
Yeah.
Great, that's good. Love it.
Now, I've
Tracy-
introduced you all to a new guy, Andrew. Andrew, he has same thing but different scenarios in Aussie. Would you like to say what's going on with you in Australia? Don't be shy. You'll have to turn your mic on first.
Yeah, it's on now.
Yep.
Yeah, here is I'm not sure if it's worse than New Zealand. I think New Zealand's worse than here by the stuff I've picked up with you people. Or it's more active, if you know what I mean. It's quite a firefight there by the sound of it.
Yeah.
But here, in essence, for example, everything I sort of grew up doing, everything pretty much I even made a living out of is now illegal. And there's in my line of work has been wildlife, primary industry research, commercial fishing. I don't like to use that word commercial, but we're basically being wiped out. And for me, my main push or concern is, in their words, food security. Because there's a massive hell-bent thing here where our food is being taken away from us. So that's an important thing for me. Again, when I look at it, I can go back, when I was younger and everything was legal. You may have had licenses and stuff came in and all the rest of it, but they're only tools to get where we are now. I've invested a lot of time, 3 years, I suppose now. We had a group in Birragubba, which that's the native area around here, was like a nation of its own, a language group. We were trying to sort of re-establish that nation, and we did really well and we're quite excited, but there were infiltrators. Some had been there from the start, and it appears that they were actually put in there to create what we've done. And the whole thing, it just went to pieces, and the native, or they call themselves Indigenous people that we had, have gone off to do the native title thing, do the corporate thing, and they've been bribed and threatened, and it collapsed in a big mess. And that's very sad. So in searching around the world, I was led to you blokes initially by reading about the sailing vessel of the Boreal. I think that's how you pronounce it, the New Zealand Kiwi people sailing the world without the passports and New Zealand GovCorp registration. And I thought that's a very important thing, because they're actually doing something, whereas here everybody talks about everything and they don't do anything. So that sort of led me to Alistair's videos on the NS72 and these forms that you people obviously have put together, and through that I had no luck trying to contact Alistair or any of the other groups I got onto, and I found myself here, and this is potentially a really good thing, because I can see that it has that element of separation without the conditions that are attached to the ways that I've been looking at it. So hopefully we can do something here along the similar lines. The pushback here will be incredible, as I guess it is there.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody else in Australia interested in what you people are doing. I've spoke to people, but they're all too busy wanting to just march in the streets and talk about voting this party out or whatever. They can't see the big picture, unfortunately.
Well, you'll have to teach them.
I don't think I'm a good teacher.
It is really hard. Because when they did the boat thing, I was talking to Alistair about it, and there was these certain things you can and cannot do properly, and you can go from port to port, and then every so often there would be a little issue, and he'd give me a call. But I think we screw it up for ourselves all the time. You know, when you actually look at ourselves, you know, and you think through life, you know, I've made some major fuck ups, right? And we all have, and we can all admit to it, and we're growing from that. But what I've found here, and it's I've been able to do things from a phone call from Tuakau, which is the South Auckland, and dealt with something in London within 5 minutes. Pretty serious thing. I mean, 5 minutes. I've done a land changeover in a sort of land out for 100,000 Indians in Canada on railway land, and that wasn't hard either. But here in New Zealand, it's just layered in this thing called Māori, right? And it's heartbreaking to realise that people bow down to that. We've got stupid agreements with people. It's all about agreements. People don't understand that. If you can get early 16, 17, it's very hard to get 1500, 50, very hard. But when you go early, you will see that, you know, the lords in London or England or UK, whatever they call it now, because there's no such thing as England, said you can go and sell land over here in New Zealand. They said that. That was the agreement. So they'd come here. We can buy land. We were told we could. Lord Badass said we could. Now, the chiefs knew that you couldn't buy anything. It's all leased. It's written. Can't buy anything. It's all leased. So they thought it was funny. Everybody has not realised how serious I am. You didn't buy anything. So what are you paying mortgages and rates for? It's just layer upon layer upon layer upon layer upon in layers. Look at climate change. There's so many people that just go into private legislation. Go into legislation and type the word private, and there's a whole lot of private legislation. In Australia, I think, I can't remember if it was 17 or 19, but I found 17 or 19 different acts that allowed them to do scientific studies on the 5 states. And that's what they did. 2 were, you know, just put to one side, which is a buffer, the other 3. That's what they did. They had people locked up because they needed the spray or the drugs that they're putting on them. They needed to only be out exposed for only an hour. This is Australia. That's what they did. It's legislated. Oh, and these people, which they're covering up, I mean, they covered up the fact, I think it's 2017 or around there, changes the dates, but the point is they discovered there was a document put in and it exposed all the pedophiles in New Zealand and Australia. And, don't talk about that. Don't talk about that. Don't talk about that. Because, you know. So, and it's coming out, but it's not coming out. They're protecting themselves and just having a giggle at you. They really are. They're having a bloody giggle. So it's up to us. And the hardest thing is it's up to us. And you think there's so few. And people think you're a nutter. But I can tell you now, not everyone does. They're just scared. They're stupid or they're just children. You know, like I said, I'm talking to people in court. You've got to be this in court. You got to be the adult. You're talking to 8-year-olds that have just made a hell of a mess. We need to clean it up. This is what we're going to do. And in general, you say you're going to handle it on the papers. I'm going to mop it up. I'm going to handle it on the papers. Because the papers, they can't say they didn't receive. And what I'm doing is I'm going, okay, I've served this on you. I only serve. I don't submit. I don't give. It's served. And an affidavit of service will always prove it was served. Second thing I do is I do an OIA request on the documents that I served if I hear nothing back. Okay? Is that simple? Is that the most simplest thing you can do? So you ask questions. And the best way to do that is get an appointment with the attorney's office, right? And have a discussion about it, and let's correct our errors, because lots of people, look, I've just read 2,000 pages of a court case, right? There's a lot of sovereign stuff in there. There's a lot of Maori stuff in there, and none of it made sense. None of it. You've got to address the issue. So, and it doesn't matter, like I said, it doesn't matter if you go in the box. I don't care, because we agree it doesn't matter, because we don't understand their laws, right? We don't know their system, so why would you worry about it? Why would you make an issue of it? That's a distraction. You'd make an issue of hanging, you haven't done your job properly. I don't care what you call me, but you haven't done your job properly. Let's do your job properly. I'll fix this. I'll given you some paperwork. You haven't seemed to answer that. Let's play this game, right? Just think about it. It's right out left field, and I can tell you now, they really, really, really don't know how to deal with it, because we're actually saying, I've told you something that's very truthful. You haven't answered it. I must be right. Okay. So, but it's the way we write it and what we do, and I'm very serious about that. I haven't looked at your case yet. Okay, and I was given 17 pages this morning, and I haven't looked at it, and I will do that tomorrow morning after the court case. Okay. So that's what it is. And I believe everything's really simple, because it's on a legal document, and a legal document is easily answered to. Okay, and we've got to think that way, and only because of all the conversations we've been having with Treasury, Reserve Bank, and all those funny little people. Okay, they really are just people that work in a system, and we're asking them questions. We're not telling them anything, just asking questions. But I know Demla's bored.
Me?
I heard you've got new kittens or something. Anyway, so just think about it. That's my offer, right? If you
Who does it? Hey,
I know, only you. So that's what we're going to do. So if you want to discuss it, I'll look at this stuff, and Michael will send you an email back. We can have a chat, not a problem. But get hold of Steve, Chairman Chow. Okay, and he will. And I told him, like, you're going to have to do this, and he chases me like, man, I get really angry. I go, what now? Oh. That's what I do. But he knows my schedule at the moment, so he is actually pretty animical. He goes like, okay, well, can you do this now? And I'll do that. All right. So it's not a problem, and I just see things very differently, and these things are very serious issues. But the process we go through is unbelievable. But oddly enough, we seem to be making a slight impact, because when they can't accuse us of sovereign citizen, they can't accuse us of being stupid, and they can't accuse us of being a legal entity, and that's it, right? And their bully tactics don't work on us, because we've asked you questions, you haven't answered them. So who are you saying what to, right? And we're putting a footing that hasn't been done before.
So Tracy, would you suggest, for example, before, let's say I wanted to go fishing or do a home kill or whatever, all of which is illegal now, given it's more about jurisdiction, before you'd even take any steps, the first thing is your NS72.
I understand. But I also want to do, an OIA request on the Australian government.
Ah.
I actually want proof of claim. They're taking out home kills here. They did it in the 90s, and they're still doing it. And it is a very serious issue because what they're providing is not food. And we've got one going at the moment in New Zealand asking for the simple thing called, what does safe mean? The word safe, it's monetarized. What is it? What does safe mean? Anyone?
Did you hear about them selling New Zealand to Trump? Did you see that one?
Oh, excellent. Did he get $1?
He got offered a promissory note.
Oh, love it.
New Zealand, Australia.
I had to laugh at that one. It was like, what? Who
Oh,
does that?
You need to do a video on that one.
Australia offered New Zealand for sale.
Excellent.
Well, it can because
Well, that just shows you something, doesn't it? It's too much, too freaking funny. I don't know how they can afford the police officers they got because they're morons. I shouldn't say that. It's not a nice thing to say. Yeah.
Can you just tell them after we stop the recording and the stream, I'll have some stuff to show them.
I have no idea what you just said. You said something about after we stop, we're going to do such and such and such and such.
After we stop the stream and the recording.
Okay, after we stop the screaming.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
I'm teasing him. Anyway, yeah, so, you know, if anything, it's really funny. That what I always say to people before a meeting, I do paperwork or something so I can have a look at it and know what I'm doing. And I do a bit of research on that and I see if there's something, an angle we can do. But I definitely want to attack Australia and New Zealand on the food. Because there's nowhere the legal system, the commercial entity can interfere that I find out why they're doing that. Anyway.
Tracy, has there been any progress with the pension paperwork?
Yes. I can go, yes. We've done an OIA request asking what's happened here. So there was an effort, it was served. Now there's an OIA request going. We'll see how that goes. It's due. Is it due next week, Michael?
Sorry.
The OIA request for the pension.
No, we haven't had anything back.
No, is it due next week? It's got 20 days. Yes, Michael says yes, but it's a very maybe. So yeah, there is an OIA request out, and honestly, we wouldn't be where we are in Treasury if we hadn't done the OIA request for the last 18 bloody months, right? And we are very, very, very well ahead, okay? Because Treasury funds these people. And in New Zealand, they control the insurance. In Australia, Lloyd's cover Australia. Okay, so you've got a business, we could do an insurance claim against them. All right, so write that down so I don't forget it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very serious.
Yeah.
Why not? No harm if you don't ask, is there?
Well, that sort of brings up the next question, really. What's going on with IRD and that insurance claim that we've got against them?
That's in Treasury. There's a few things sitting in Treasury, right? I have to wait a specific amount of time before I can go, you have an answer. This is just building up. I mean, we've gone one level to we have been told to bugger off, not our department. They've just gone silent. I mean, it is the holidays, but watch legislation, see what they're changing. You know, because you know what we're asking because it's in our messages. Michael puts everything in. There's a few that you don't because they're personal court cases, right? But when you look at what's been going on in MPI don't want to answer anything and they'll come up with any excuse, or they'll answer you, but they don't give you a full answer, right? Donna's put them her OIAs on MWLS through FYI because then everyone knows, right? And so I thought we could do that, but I'll just leave it at the moment, put it through our system. So that's what we're doing. So think about what we're doing. It's not stupid. It's actually, to me, it's very practical. It's a very long game. It really is, but the information that we've gathered is phenomenal. Our records are great. And I always say my records reflect, you guys are a bunch of liars in a very nice way. It's always nice, honest. Didn't you tell me that you did this yesterday?
Any questions, people?
Yeah, to answer your question, Wim, I put in my pension to the local MSD, the pension form, and served it to the desk. And they were, without resistance, they just stamped it, received, put the date stamp on it. And the girl said, yeah, I'll give it to my manager. And so that was done. There was no resistance to it at all.
That's good. Maybe that's because they've received an affidavit of violence. They got that
Of
from
what?
me. And I see.
An affidavit of violence, did you say?
Yes.
Violence.
I was assaulted.
Oh.
So
Okay.
what? Oh dear! Oh dear! We can't say sovereign citizen in the documents anymore. There's an affidavit. Oh dear! You see, it's all like
Yeah, just tell them it's an oxymoron.
no.
Emphasise
don't
the
do
word
that.
moron.
It's a proper document. They were told that in the conversation. I do layer stuff, people. I mean, it's all recorded. And we put most of it, like 90% of my boring conversations, in our messages. It's really important to have an understanding of what we're doing. We really are recording, and we have records. I mean, the LandsAirWater Counsel is just unbelievable. We haven't gotten back, by the way. They have not answered the affidavit of candor. And the candor I asked was about how they handled the voting. I didn't ask for the counting of the votes. I asked how they handled it.
Have they eaten it, lovely?
Yeah.
Oh, they were just so hungry.
I'll put it.
So that's what I've done, right? Do you know why I did that? Because I know a guy called Bruce. He's a scientist, another Bruce in Pukekohe. And he's a food scientist. And what he did was he paid a huge amount of money to lawyers to do a count on the New Zealand government, and the lawyers just did OIAs, and they mucked up. They deliberately slowed it down, and when it got 60 days, oh, you're out of time, right? So I kept telling him, you don't count the votes, you do the candor, how they handled the votes. So we've done that on LandsAirWater. We've actually asked how you handled the votes. That's very serious, and they're going to have. They don't get back to me. I'm not going to be nice about it. Okay. The reason I'm not going to be nice about it is because I cannot believe those people are doing what they're doing. They're using the New Zealand government police force to debt collect and enforce things that are wrong. They don't do any process, nothing. And I know the New Zealand police are doing that right through New Zealand. They got away with it over the Christchurch event, and obviously the police officers that had objectionable material for 10 years on their computers, and God knows what else the others had. You got to think about this. These people were, they know stuff about everyone else. So are they going to go against anyone else if they're doing it too? Are they? And this is what you got to think about. And, you know, if we question all that, they're not going to be happy. So, you know, they had Jacinda, Chippy, Robinson, Luxon. Luxon's apparently related to skimmings. You have Costner. He's the nephew or cousin of Jacinda. It's all incestuous. They've all got corporation interests. Like the supermarkets, Dave will tell you that the supermarkets will take out all small businesses. They only want people buying meat from the supermarket, and that meat will be human meat most likely, or dog meat most likely.
Tell them to have a look at the latest post in the notice board about an OIA for vaccines.
Oh, I did an OIA. That's right. I did an OIA for vaccines. It's in our thing.
And they passed it back to the health department.
I know they keep passing it around. So there's an OIA that's getting passed around about the vaccines, and that's sitting in our messengers thing. So yeah, so it would be. I think this year's going to be bloody funny. Well, interesting, just so you know, because we're not stupid, and I'm sure you guys, if you see what we're doing, I'm sure some of you guys would like to get on board and even just doing OIAs. Because I tell you what, if I send one OIA out, I'll get 5 returns, right? So 5 people are going to be doing this. Then you get another an extension or something else, and from that one, I can have 30 emails before the end of the month. So and I don't do one OIA, I do a lot of OIAs. I'm not going to tell you the number because I don't know, but that's what I do, and I have to answer them straight away. As soon as they come in, I answer them. If I'm a day behind in answering OIAs, and I have been, I'm like, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed because I've got like 10 or 20 come in that I've got to answer. Okay, but it's important, those OIAs. Anyway, that's what I do, and it's interesting. Michael loves putting them on the message board. But you know, if you got any little issues, anything, we take it on board because we learn, and it's in our records. And our records are our bank. Bank is a legal term. We are good record keepers. So everyone in here is a good record keeper, and we are a good record keeper. We're not acknowledging the records, and I use it. I always go, my records reflect. So that's what you can do. My records reflect that you are a bunch of liars because we said so. Well, you could say it in a nicer way than that. So, I'll stop talking now.
Is that how you
Greg,
say so?
I say so. I created that. It's brilliant.
Tracy said so.
No,
I say so.
I say so. That's right. I say so.
Russ, do you want to talk about anything?
No.
It's just said
No.
no.
Fine.
He's sulking. He had a meeting today with you guys, and you didn't listen to him. And he was bawling his
I'll
eyes
talk
out, and I had to go and get him chocolate ice cream.